Okay, so welcome. So I just chose this card from our tarot deck. It's the Lion card, and it says, I am courageous, steady, and strong. I'm courageous, steady, and strong. And not right now, but in the last few classes, I've been wearing my Durga shirt. And Durga is this, she is the Hindu goddess of, she's the warrior goddess. And I talk about her often. She has 8 arms and each hand holds a different weapon. And she rides a lion. Sometimes it's a tiger, depending on the story, but often she's depicted on a lion. And it's about, taming the beast, but that it's the kitty cat, the potential of that kitty cat to be fierce and courageous and to just leap into action and do what it needs to do, but with that sense of regality that we often attribute to the lion, even though they say the elephant should really be the king of the jungle. But there it is. So it's just this time, and we are in this time of complete utter transformation. And this is where the yoga practice it's transformative. And so as I look at who's here, I know a lot of you have been doing this for a very long time. And you wouldn't be doing it if it didn't change something in your life or bring something good. And that's transformation. It can come in any way. Sometimes it's, hard things in our lives that bring us to our knees. And yet here we are, somewhat transformed. So if you have a candle, go ahead and grab it. I talk too much.
No matter what.
And otherwise, you can just start to feel yourself settling, your breath, your presence. And just feeling into that warmth and energy and this time of intense transformation. And as yogis, we just welcome whatever is. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful. I saw that, Claudette. Beautiful. Good. So I'm just going to put this down here. And we'll start in a nice comfortable seat. So sitting up on something as you need it. Putting a blanket around you if you need to feel cozy or over your lap. Take my advice and sit on something. Good. Yay. All right, let's start with your palms facing up and just closing your eyes. Just dropping into what is at this moment. Just notice if you can feel your heart beating. Feeling your breath as it is right now and as it begins to change. Noticing any places of tension, maybe you can release just by changing your posture slightly. So you release, you feel tightness on one side, you shift. And just see if maybe you can bring in a more even feeling of presence. And softening the forehead and the skin around your eyes. Maybe that's by smiling. Even as you sit here, if your mind is very busy and having the eyes closed is difficult, you can always rest your gaze on my candle or on your candle, or you can just open your eyes just a little bit and rest your gaze at the floor somewhere. Noticing any tension in your lower jaw. And as you settle into your body, just starting to feel the energy around you. And maybe bringing in this imagery of you sitting in an egg, the way you're sitting, the smaller part at the head and the base holding you. And just feeling this idea of being held by your own energy. And if you're in your space with your beloved, maybe you feel their energy. Dropping back in. Just turning your palms to face down. And just start to just rub your legs, maybe your knees, your shins. Even take your hands to your low back if that needs a little bit of your touch. Just holding and feeling into this body as it is right now. And then we'll just bring the hands together and we'll just start to slide the fingers between themselves as you rub the palms. And maybe you're just going front to back as if you're washing your hands and just cleansing yourself. And we'll take a nice big breath and release it into your hands. Cup your hands together, take this up and over your head. And then again, just feel this. You open your hands like you're just cleansing and clearing the space around you. You made all this effort to get on your mat in your home to set up your space. So now we clear it. And you feel yourself here. You can bring your hands back together in front of your heart as you feel ready. We're just going to rub them together again. And maybe you slide the fingers through. Thank you. Good. And good. And then right here, decide where these hands are going. Are they going over your eyes, your heart, your low back, your belly, your thighs, anywhere? And then place them there. And again, just drop into your breath, your presence. Even open your hands wide, an open palm, open breath, open heart. And then feel your face soften. As if you're really being held and you're just like, oh, thank you. Just drop in. And then you're just going to start to let your head drop. If it's not doing that yet, let it drop. And then find a way you might take the hands slowly away from your body. We're going to bring them to the floor. You might put them on your thighs first and then lean forward. You can open your eyes a little bit if you wish. Take your hands to the floor as we've been beginning class. Just stretch your fingers, anchor into the floor. Feel the floor beneath you. Just push down, and you might even push the hands forward a little bit as your back moves back, and just really release your head, your jaw. Just let it hang. Feel supported by your hands on the floor as they push down and away, and there's this little lift in the heart. Coming back, maybe the head can drop a little more, let your jaw go. And if it would feel really nice here to kind of move your head side to side or front to back or whatever feels nice, just feel in. Don't lose the connection of the hands to the floor. Like, you are supported here. And feel the freedom in that. Whatever you're doing, just really be present. And then we'll just let the head drop again. Just give gratitude for that which you stand on, that which holds us, that which nourishes us, carries us, supports us. And then with reverence, you'll walk your hands back. Maybe they're going to come to your thighs first. And you'll lift yourself up. And then just take, you can turn your hands up here. You can keep them down. Just take a breath in and out. Just kind of even feel just for that one little short time, maybe the head is already feeling more relaxed. And then we're going to bring the hands together at the heart. But you're just going to keep going up. Just bring them together. Keep up, right up through the midline. You might turn your head up, even if your eyes are closed. Reach up, and you can keep your hands together if that feels nice, or open them apart. Just breathe here. Feel yourself lengthening and lifting. Just receiving and opening. And if you have your hands still together, And we're just going to open them apart here and feel that this energy from above you is just pouring down into your head, down all the way through you. It might even be going all the way down to the core of the earth. Just if you can imagine that, this great connection to that which is above you, that which is below you, and then feel into your own geometry here, how your heart is right in the middle of this. And then start to open your arms out a little bit wider, you know, wherever they go, maybe they're just 30 degrees. Feel your heart expand. Open your fingers, stretch your hands, and then inhale. Now, as you exhale, maybe you even reach in front of you and you bring your hands together. Maybe they're going to touch and maybe they're going to feel like they're just pulling something into your heart. Feel into that space and bring your hands together at your heart. Maybe palm to palm, maybe hands right at the heart. Whatever you feel you need to connect to this unknown, unseen energy above and below you, and right here, bring it into the center of you. And feel yourself here in the presence of the people you practice with. This great connection as we all just get on our mat and do the work so that we can be grounded and open and connected and be in the flow of our lives without holding on too much. No matter what's happening, the fears you're holding right now, the insecurities, the great unknown, you have to trust all will be well. And if at this moment before we go on, you think back to some time in your life where shit got real and you came out of it completely transformed, maybe you can look back at that time and be like, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. And maybe you look back and you're like, that was horrible, but here I am. And to remind yourself that no matter what, you've got yourself. You've got this. And we've got each other. And into all of that, my friends, bring your hands together. Keep them at your heart if that feels better. Maybe you bring them together. And we'll open our breath and then we'll open our practice and chant love together. So take a nice full inhale right to the top. Pause here, suck energy up from the earth all the way up right to your solar plexus and soften wherever you can. Maybe that's a smile. And then exhale, release it all. And just take a normal breath so you can feel what's expanded and what's changed. And then begin again. Nice full breath in. Right to the top, lift up from the earth, soften where you can and take in more air. Lift up, feel it, you're sucking it up, you're dropping it down. Exhale, release it all. Take a normal breath, feel what's changed. And last one, inhale right to the top. Pause, suck it up, drop it down, take in more air. Do that. Engage yourself, top to bottom. Take in more air. Engage. I'm going to take in more air. And exhale completely. And just breathe. Feel that. That is deep work. That is a work in. And then we're going to chant love together 3 times. So again, we're just going to go with it. As soon as we finish, we'll just do the next one. And inhale. Love. Bow your chin and open your hands like a book. Just hold, even if they come apart, like you're holding a book. And even if your eyes are closed, look down as if you're looking at this book. This is the great book of love from your heart pouring out. And then just feel that you're gathering that love into your hands. Maybe you can even imagine there's a weight to it. Yes. And then from here, as you inhale, lift yourself back up. Maybe you bring the hands together. You're going to open your eyes, turn your palms out. Send that out to these little boxes if you can see everybody, or send it out to your loved ones. Wherever they are, you send it out. So much love. We're offering it right here consciously together. And then bring your hands together. Place your hands on the floor. Lift your chin. Open your eyes. Stretch your legs out. And I feel a windshield wiper is a nice thing. Just release your hips a little bit. Okay, great. And then maybe you might move off your support if you're sitting on something. We're just going to do a little shoulder love here. So take your hands behind, anchor them, anchor your feet. Let's do a little seated cat-cow with this nice shoulder work. Yes. Just feeling into your wrist. And if you want a little more wrist, lock your hands back a little more. Spread your fingers. And then feel this. And then let's add the windshield wiper. So walk your feet apart and then you drop them over. Maybe this is the cow pose, and then the cat as you bring the knees up and they drop over the other side. There's a bit of that cow, sorry. So you're arching as the knees drop to one side, and you round the back as the knees come in, the knees come up. But you're gonna find your own little dance, and you'll adjust your arms as you need to. Good. And we will do, 2 more. Yes. And then we're gonna bring the feet to the floor. And maybe you walk your hands in, or you'll adjust because we're gonna lift the hips. So hands on the floor, open your heart first, move the elbows together. So I have a bend in my elbows, I can bring them together. Feet are on the floor, just feel them there. Even pat a little bit. Oh yeah, okay, there, we're on the floor. Draw your belly in and up, and then lift your hips up. And maybe you want to rock a little bit, or you're like, oh, it's enough to be here, and you just smile, and it's all good. And then we'll inhale, and just lift up. And exhale, take it down. Good, sit cross-legged, maybe opposite cross. Just take your hands off. We're just gonna rotate those wrists and move your fingers. And you might even be making some figure eights. This infinity sign of here we go. Again, cycles continue, reverse. I'm just turning sideways. Good, okay, I'm gonna do that again. Play piano. Good. And then take your hands back and feel your feet on the floor. Open your heart. You can stop at any bus stop here. I bend my elbows. I bring them together more, and then I arch. Spread the fingers. I really am feeling the pads of my fingers. My feet on the floor. Lift your belly. Come on up. And then if you're nice and strong, take one arm up and wave hello. Hey, Joe. And then switch. Do the other one and wave. I kind of lift my hips up here. So I'm not sinking into the arm, and then both hands down, come all the way down, sit, maybe let's sit with the legs wider if this works. And again, we're just gonna take the hands. So now let's do a little bit. This time we'll bring the hands together, interlace your fingers, palms together, make some nice figure eights. You can sit however you like, my friends. We're just gonna lift these arms up in the air. So turn your palms, flip, inhale, reach up. Yeah, just feel yourself lengthening, maybe you're softening, but you're breathing. Good, a little crescent side to side. However you're sitting is totally fine. If you have your legs wide, then it's just grounding, connecting to the earth. Good, and then reach out. Good, release your hands down. Good, bring your legs together if you've got them wide, and we're gonna take a downward facing dog. So this is just I think I say it every time, it's just a stretch me out dog. Feel your hands on the floor, your feet aiming to connect to the floor, your hips lifting, and Notice your shoulders. You can move a little bit. Let your head go. You can shake it out. And just moving in any way that feels good. You kind of explore this space. Even begin to bring in that lion image. You know, like strong and steady in your pose and your gaze. Focused on your next meal, maybe, but focused on whatever it is that you're hunting or watching. Very aware of everything happening in your body. Good. Okay, and then I feel a plank before we go down to child's pose. You can put your knees on the floor. It's just about being strong. Anchor your hands, pads of your fingers. Press your heels. Notice my hips are not sinking down. That puts it right in the shoulders. Ugh. One more breath. And then exhale, knees to the floor. Take the child's pose. And if you need it to just be like a child's pose, then be there. And if you're like, oh, I feel so creaky, I've been sitting all day, then you can sway your hips side to side. If that feels nice. Just be in this pose and breathe. Release yourself. Feeling your breath. Nice. Just taking maybe 2 more breaths here, just being wherever you are. Grounded to the earth. Good. Okay, we'll come up to our hands and our knees, and I'm just going to get it all in. We're going to do a few quick standing poses. Heart just said nice. Tuck your toes under. Inhale. Now as you exhale, we'll take it up and back to downward dog. I'm going to step the right foot forward, maybe between the hands and outside, whichever one's easier. You might lift it up nice and high. First, stretch it, and then sweep it. And if you need to grab it and pull it, do that. I said right foot. Oh, I'm doing my right foot. Oh, I love that. Thank you. So we're all right foot. Okay, and then just be here. We're going to drop the left foot back. Bring both hands to the inside of the right foot. And you're just not going to walk them to center. You're just going to walk them out to the right a little bit. And then my right knee is bent. I'm just going to push it out. I might even lift the sole of the foot up. And then put it back. And then walk your hands back now to the inside of that foot. Put your mind in your left foot. Maybe you can go wider and walk it back more. Okay, now so you might keep that right hand on the floor, or you might put it on top of your thigh, but we're gonna lift the left arm up. So I still have my knee bent. Kind of like a modified triangle. So you can be up, or Parsvakonasana, a little combination. Okay, now if it feels nice to straighten that right leg, then go ahead and do that. And then put your mind in your back leg, be strong. So you make it however you need. Find your lion focus, your lion breath. Good. And then release your hands to the floor. Bend your knee and lift your back leg up. And now you can switch however you like. I'm going to do a little jumpy. I don't know where this is coming from, but you bounce your hips. You're on the pads of your fingers. You take your nice clear gaze, focus, and you switch. And however you get there is perfect. Okay, drop your right foot down flat. Bring your left hand to the inside of the left foot and then walk it forward a little bit, just so we can get some space. Then push the left knee out. You might even lift the sole of the foot up and then put it back down. Good. Now bring your hands back so they're on the inside of that foot. This time your left hand stays on the floor. You bring your forearm to your shin, or to your knee, sorry. Shin would be difficult, to your thigh. And then lift the right arm up. And just breathe here. Be strong in your legs. Reach up to the sky. Push down into the earth with your feet, your hands. And then if it feels nice to straighten that leg, go for it. But you don't have to. Breathe. And then release your hands to the floor. You're gonna step back, maybe downward dog, maybe plank. And then Okay, let's take a rest. So you can either lie down or take child's pose. So either one will just give some time to feel that. If you want to lie down on your belly, that's fine. You want to take child's pose, great. Feel yourself here. Your breath, your heartbeat, your presence. Good. Okay. So if you're lying on your tummy, you want to throw in a cobra. Bring your hands out, and you could even, if you're not on your tummy, you want to take a cobra, you can go on your tummy. And then take your hands underneath your shoulders, lift your head and your heart up wherever they want to go. Keep the shoulders back, heart lifted. Breathe. You can rock side to side if you wish. If you're in child's pose still, you can maybe just lift your head and your chest. Look up, whichever one. Good. And then release. Maybe you come back to your child's pose, or you just lie down. Feel your breath. And we're going to come back up for the next standing pose, which is going to be Ardha Chandrasana. That's half moon. And so that's where we're going to balance on one leg with one leg lifted. So if you like a block for that, or you have a wall close by and your balance feels wobbly, you can always use your wall, right? So you can lean against the wall or use one foot at the wall. And, okay. So as you're ready, we're going to come to downward dog, or just come to hands and knees and step your right foot forward, whichever one. So if you're in downward dog, let's actually, oh, I said right, we'll do right. But we lifted the right leg last time. We have to remember to lift the left leg. Okay, and then step your right foot forward or wherever it goes. Yeah, okay, now my hands are on the floor. I'm going to step the right foot back a little bit. Just see if you can pull it back. Wherever it's going to go, just pull it back a bit. Yeah, then walk your hands forward. Set your lion gaze, your focus forward. Soften your face. Feel that right foot strong. Lift the left leg up. And it's going to turn. The toes are going to turn to point the same direction as you might be facing. Then you can stay both hands on the floor, nice and strong in your legs. Or keep the right hand on the floor. Take the left arm to your hip or up to the air. If you keep looking down, breathe. Okay, if you want to challenge your gaze, maybe look forward or challenge your balance. And breathe, breathe, breathe. Smile like you love it. And then release, even if you've fallen out. I just fell out, it's totally cool. Take it down, step back, downward facing dog or hands and knees. And then we're gonna bring the left leg. So lift the left leg up and step it through wherever you need to be here. And then pull it back a little bit. So it's a hip work. And then walk your hands forward. Okay, set your gaze, your focus, but you're really focusing inside, all parts. Foot on the floor, lift your right leg. Strong in your right leg, you kind of open your hip, toes point out, and then stay here. Both hands on the floor, or lift your right arm. Strong in your leg, open your hand, my friends. Open your heart, smile, breathe. Good. And then lovingly come out. If you've fallen out, that's fine. This time bring your feet together, legs together, and we're just going to fold down over our legs. Forward fold. And breathe. Good. Make one more breath in and out. And then widen your feet apart. We're going to come to squat, so you can turn your feet out, and some of you might bring your hands to your thighs and squat down here, or you might come all the way down, hands here or hands here. Whatever feels good, just be here. Okay, feel your feet. Notice how we tend to collapse to the inner arches here. Maybe you lift your toes or you press into the baby toe edge of your feet. Just notice, it's a thing that happens, you know. Here, breathe. You could be sitting on something too. That is not cheating. Good, take a breath. Good, and then we're gonna release to sitting. So maybe you reach forward and you say, oh, can I get my tush to come down first? Good, stretch your legs out. Good, feel your breath. Oh, love that stuff. Good. That's like such a little bit. Okay, good. Let's see. Time. Perfect. All right, so now I'm going to take you onto your back, and you're going to have something to put underneath your hips. So it might just be like, then you can make it higher, right? If you fold it more. And then grab your strap as well. So I might leave the prop aside and then come onto your back, maybe Frankenstein style. You just go into your crib. Maybe halfway you balance and you lift your legs and you're like, oh, look at me. And then come down. Yeah, just take a breath here. You can stretch your arms over your head if you wish, or keep them down. If you take the arms over your head, sometimes that puts some stress on the heart, but it also opens up our lungs a bit. Now feel into your own place. Oh, this feels so good. Feel yourself just grounded. All parts of you just, I feel so heavy into the floor. Good. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, if you're ready to leave, then bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, and we're going to lift the hips and just put this little blanket underneath your sacrum. And then we're just going to be here for a few moments. You can separate the feet apart, knees together. You can stretch your legs long. Again, your arms might, I feel I want my hands on my belly here, but do whatever feels good. And then just softening in and allowing the glutes to soften. Just letting your back soften down to the floor. You can adjust your blanket as you need. We're going to bring the knees into the chest here. And I might even put my hands low on my belly, like kind of by the hip crease. So when I drop the thighs in, my hands, palms facing down, are on my belly. And then, you can tuck your shoulders if you need to, put something underneath your head. And just see how this is for you. If it's no good, adjust it for yourself, or take your hands out, or put a bigger blanket if your knees are farther away. And just feeling this child's pose on your back, so that we're just allowing maybe the thighs, if they're touching the belly, to be heavy there and to drop in. And then you can stay like this, or the next bus stop is to just lift your shins up a little bit, so like you're sitting in a chair with your ankles over your knees, and that just changes the weight a little bit. So again, you might breathe here. If your knees want to drop out to the sides, and that's okay. Just breathing. And the next bus stop is to just stretch the legs. So without any effort, just letting them kind of fall. So here's where you might adjust your blanket. You might bring it up a little higher for yourself, or just kind of feel what this is, and be with the one that, like, this is definitely restricting the breath, but that's okay for a few breaths. And softening into that place of discomfort. So you're here, okay, things are uncomfortable, but it's not forever, and I'm gonna be okay. And then you can start to bring the legs back, and you can even feel the difference of where I move the legs, how that changes the back. And then just maybe take your hands to your knees. So the palms are on the kneecaps and your fingers are pointing down your shin. And let the knees drop away. So they're not really going to move, probably because we have this blanket roll. But just feel your arms are straight and the hands are holding the legs, so the legs can really relax. So you bring your conscious awareness into letting your glutes relax, your legs relax. Yes, take one more breath. And then as you exhale, you can slide your hands down your thighs. We'll bring the feet to the floor. Maybe they touch at the same time, or one at a time. And then be here if you want to stretch your legs out or readjust your blanket to a comfortable place. do that. Good. And then we're going to widen the feet apart and come to this windshield wiper. And with this little bit of lift here, it might give you more access to play. And to just kind of feel that there is a twist that happens here, and you can move into the twist more deeply by pressing the opposite foot away. And then because we have this blanket roll, I could even start to roll the hips in a circle. So the knees are moving, and I'm doing this beautiful like hula. Imagine you're doing a beautiful hula dance or something. You know, if you're into it, you might even bend the forearms and start to rotate the wrists, the fingers, like you're doing this beautiful little dance. And then you can reverse and circle the opposite way. And whatever you're doing, my friend, it's beautiful. You're moving your hips, you're breathing, you're massaging your low back. Hopefully this feels nice. And you're moving your hands and your fingers. And then as you feel ready, you're just gonna start to sway again into this windshield wiper. And then we'll bring the feet back, and you can stretch your legs out or have them bent. Drop your hands wherever they need to be and breathe. And take one more breath. Readjust your prop as you need to. We're going to bring the right knee into the chest. You'll interlace your fingers, or you'll use your strap. And then you might just stretch the left leg long on the floor with the heel on the floor. You might lift the leg up, but you're pressing out through the heels of both feet as you bring in this knee. So you just feel yourself get really long through the left leg, through the left heel. And see if you can soften once you're in your full peak pose, soften your shoulders. I'm just going to extend the right leg up to the sky, and you can interlace your fingers behind the thigh. And if that doesn't quite work for you, just put your hands on the floor and lift the leg up to the sky and extend the left leg. So if you lift the left leg up, you know, you really are going to be in the presence of the strength of your legs. And then we're just going to cross this right leg over the left and move the left leg over to the right. Like you're almost doing this little dance. You can open your arms out to the side or keep them behind your thigh. And breathe. Good. And then bring your knees together, so the right knee's on top of the left. And we'll bring the hands maybe, you know, on top of the right knee or behind the left thigh or on top of the left knee, whichever one. Just hug it in. Be in the discomfort of your breath. You can rock a little bit if you like. Good. Okay. And then we're going to release this into, not really release, you're going to slide the ankle over the knee. And then you're going to move this package away so that the left knee is over your left hip. Then you use your strap or your hands. Maybe they're going to go behind the thigh. Your hands can also be on the floor. Like you don't have to hold on here because you have this lift. If this works, flex your feet. You can press the right knee away from you. You can do that inside. You can use your hand. Be here. Connecting to your legs, however this is. It's going to go right into your low belly. Take a breath. And then release. Release the foot to the floor, but keep the cross. And let the right knee just kind of drop. So you have the right ankle over the left knee, like you're just hanging out on the beach. No effort. And if you feel you want to start to sway, know that always an invitation. Just feel into whatever your body says it needs right now. And that might be nothing. Just breathe and be. Okay. And so I'm going to take it one to the next bus stop. So I'm going to take this right ankle all the way down, right into the left hip crease. And I actually like kind of move the hip away, see if I can get the baby toe edge of the foot into that hip crease. So you just kind of figure it out. You have the lift under your hip, so it makes things a little easier. Then you take your left hand with the palm facing up. You hold at the baby toe edge and your hand wraps around the top of the foot. Okay, and now I'm gonna really snuggle, I snuggle it in again. I'm gonna push the right knee towards the back of the mat. Yeah, the foot is gonna start to engage, and then I might stretch the left leg long. And I'm gonna snuggle again, see if I can get that baby toe edge close to the left hip crease. The leg is engaged, I'm pressing out through the knee. My left foot is flexed. Yes, breathe. And then release. If that gives you pain in your knee, I hope I don't have to tell you to let it go. Release the legs, stretch them out straight or place it on the floor. If you need a break from the blanket roll before we switch sides, let's all do that. Maybe we'll take a little break. You can just pull it out for a moment and be here. If you want to hug your knees in. I'm going to just take 3 breaths. However you want them to be, just feeling into this great groundedness. And then setting yourself up for the second side. I can remember all that. Okay, just kidding. So we're going to start by bringing the left knee in, change the interlace. The left knee comes in, and then the right leg can go straight out, or you can lift it up. When you lift it up, you know, you're in it. So you flex your feet, you push through the heel. Remember all that other foot stuff, big toe mound, not mound, sorry, ball. I always say mound, but I always mean the ball of the foot. I don't really mean the toe mound. Push the ball of the foot away, pull it in, get strong through your legs, really long through your right leg, really long. It can be on the floor and you can push it down and away, like it's all fine. And then soften into this place, through your shoulders, your smile. You're working the legs. Good. Take one more breath. Good. Okay, and then we're gonna release. You extend the leg up to the sky. You can opposite interlace behind the thigh, but if that, you know, is not working for you, put your arms down and just be long in your legs. Just so long. Imagine, you know, you're standing on this leg in the air and it's supporting you and the other leg's extending out and you're like so here. Good. Okay, and then from here now we're gonna, even if you have your hands behind, you're gonna lift that right leg off the floor, cross the left leg over to the right side and move the right leg over to the left, like they're kind of crossing. And then you press out with everything you've got through your heels, through your thighs, maybe even through that outer left hip. Hands are in it or they're not. And then we're gonna cross at the knee, bring it into your chest. And hands can interlace on top of left knee, on top of right knee, or behind right thigh. And just pull it in. Find that place of most restricted breath. And smile and breathe in and out. Good. Okay, we're gonna release into this dead pigeon. So ankle over the knee, let it be. You know, your hands can come behind, but if that doesn't work, put your hands on the floor and just be strong in your legs. Like that left foot is flexed, it's pressing into the right thigh, even the right thigh is pushing back in. Everything's working. I'm pushing the left knee out. I'm smiling, draw my belly in, working the legs. Good, and then release, set the right foot on the floor, but keep this cross and just let the left knee be where it wants to be. Drop in, breathe. Just feel sometimes when you drop in like this, you get this like opening right into the hip crease. Just feel that. Whatever it is for you. You need to move a little bit. That's always an invitation. Good. Just take 2 more breaths. Just being wherever you are here. And then we're going to go to that last bus stop. So maybe I take my right hand and I kind of help the left foot into the hip crease, wherever it's going to go. Progress on the path wherever you are, but you anchor the feet. Then I move my hand to the baby toe edge and I wrap my fingers around the top of the foot. Then I push the left knee away, like to the back of the mat. As I do that, the left foot's gonna engage, and then maybe the right leg goes straight. It doesn't have to. If the leg is straight, I'm gonna readjust the left foot again. And then just be here in this opening. As long as you have no pain, discomfort. Hey, we've been in discomfort, right, guys? We can breathe here and be here and invite in transformation, in whatever form. And then release that. And you can set the foot on the floor. You can stretch them out. Maybe you even open your legs a little wider and you take your arms out. Maybe they even go between halfway and all the way over your head. And you breathe. Good. Okay. And then starting to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Move your toes in and out. Engage your entire leg moving. And then you can bring your feet to the floor. We'll lift the hips and take this blanket roll out. You can put it behind your head if you like, or wherever it is. And then you might stretch your legs out again, or keep the feet on the floor, or just take 2 breaths to feel. Good. And then we're going to come back to this windshield wiper. And I'm just going to add a little bit with windshield wiper. So keep wiping. And then the next time your knees drop over to the left side, let them be there. Okay. I'm changing my mind, but we're going to, from here, you can take your right arm and just stretch it alongside your ear with the palm up. And then feel your feet. And if it's okay for your knee, take the left ankle on top of that right knee. And you can breathe. See how that is. Let the right foot move out to the right a little bit if you need more space. And just dropping in here if you are comfortable. If not, readjust it and breathe. Yeah, let's take one more full breath in. And as you breathe out, you'll start to kind of unwind yourself out. And just readjust yourself on your back. Release the right arm back wherever it's going to go. And then drop your knees over to the right. And be here. And take your left arm, palm faces up, and you extend it up and alongside your ear. You can always put a blanket underneath your arm. And then put the right foot on top of the left knee, if that's okay. And just breathe into the space you are offering yourself of your own creation, inviting in your own transformation, and sense of being more aware of this body, more connected to this body and to the energy, love, presence of everything around you. Good. Okay, and then we'll release from that. Come up and you can release your arms, readjust. From here, I give you a moment if you want to hug your knees in, you want to take a happy baby, or you want to just rock your knees side to side and circle. Lift your legs up. Let's take 10 breaths and do whatever feels good. Whatever that is for you, whatever you need right now. You might open your legs wide out to the sides and massage your inner legs, inner thighs, whatever feels good. And then as we move into our final few moments, then you'll set yourself up for Shavasana. And if that means you have to get up, then roll to your side first and press yourself up. Set up your head support, your blanket, your socks. And if you have a hat, you want to put that on, I think it's a really important thing these days to have our heads covered, especially, if you're leaving your house or something. It's just a good practice. And if you want to sit for meditation instead of lying down, that's fine too. I'm going to be sitting, as I often do when I teach class, as the one guarding your sacred space. You can relax because I am here. So wherever you are, make it very comfortable for yourself. And if you're somebody who likes to write, and I know some of you are on here who like to understand that, it's nice to get those things out sometimes that pop up. So at any time here, if you feel inspiration, you want to write something down, or when we come out, it's a nice thing to do. You're in your own space and not in class, so it's a little different. You can do that. Otherwise, just trying to release into the space you are creating or have created. And as the body becomes inert, and sometimes that's when the mind starts to talk to you. And like I said, sometimes there's times to listen to it, and sometimes there's time to just drop it off and refocus your presence on your breath and on releasing this body to the support of the floor of the earth as deeply as you can at this time. Scanning yourself for any tension you're holding in your face, your jaw, in the back of your heart. The busyness of your mind, the ease of your breath. I'm just beginning to be aware of the space above you. I'm just feeling that blanket of the unknown holding you here. And then feeling the weight of you released to the support of the earth, consciously held between these two places. As you feel ready, and you're welcome to stay as you are, as you feel ready, and just inviting in that lengthening of your breath. And the connection of your awareness, your presence to the flow of your breath. And to the parts of your body being filled. And this feeling, this is expanding energy, prana, life force through you. Imagining that breath, that energy flowing out from your heart to your arms, to your hands. And then as you feel into the palms, whether your hands are wherever they are, this presence of energy, of power, of potential. And starting to wiggle your fingers, your toes, roll your ankles, your wrists. You can take these arms over your head if you wish. Okay, and then I'll have you bring your hands together and over your heart, and we're just going to rub them together like we did at the very beginning of class. And then you decide where these hands are going to go, over your eyes or over your heart, your belly, anywhere. And then just lay your hands on this body. Just feeling your own heat, your own presence. You can do that again if you wish. Pardon, or you can continue your moving. And as you come to rest in the fetal position, whenever you get there, however you get there, just honor that place. 1, 3, 5 breaths. And then as you're ready, you'll come up to seated. And if you don't come up, that's okay too. Sometimes it just feels so good to just lie down. So just making this a nice seat for yourself. Once you get here, sit on something, make your legs into a comfortable place. And then just taking a moment to just feel anything that may have come up or may have come in. And I'm going to have you just take one hand, and you're just going to know which one. Touch the earth with it with your fingertips. Take your other hand, reach up to the sky. And then just feel this lengthening, even pressing into the floor. And you're going to start to bring your hands together as if you're bringing this all together. And the hands might come to touch, and they might stay far apart, and they might come to just face each other in front of your heart, in front of your body. Just feel that you are bringing these forces together to meet at your heart, however you do this. Drop your head, your chin, as if you're just so enamored by this potency that is all around you. Breathing into that, you can keep your hands at your heart, or you can press them into your heart. You're gonna know. So before we move on to our closing mantra, just bowing your chin down and deeply acknowledge your presence on your mat. That you have done the work of being with yourself in your own presence, in your own energy, in your own flow for this last time that we've been together, for this last hour. And then, like money in the bank, you know, smile. You're making investments into your own health and wellness with this great self-care. So from here, we'll inhale and you'll lengthen tall, lift your chin, and exhale as you are. And we'll join together in our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy. Let's seal that together with one resounding love. Inhale. Okay. And then bowing your chin, just feeling your breath, move back a little bit. And then open your hands like a book in front of your heart. Just feel all of this flowing out. And if you really are present to it, you might even feel like there's something in your hands. And then inhale. And as you exhale, let your breath flow, bring your hands together and then open them out the other way. Lift your chin and open your eyes and stretch your fingers out and wiggle your magic fingers, my friends. And all of us will just send all that love out.
Namaste.
Namaste, baby. Namaste, everyone. Thank you, guys. Namaste. Oh, I love your hats. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. So what day is it today? Today's Thursday. So I'm here tomorrow morning at 10. Yes, and if you're around, then come and yoga with me. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys. Oh, I'm taking all your love and sending it right back. I am rubber, you are glue. Thank you so much, Ian. I see you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Johanna. Thanks.
Oh.
Art. Thank you.
Oh, good to see you.
Yay,
guys.
nice to see you too, Sharon. Oh, I love that your room is dark.
I have my candle burning and it's dark and it's my sacred space. Yep.
Yes, girl. Yes, that's
Used to
awesome.
be Marley's dance studio. Now it's my yoga studio.
Perfect.
Reclaim your space, right?
Yep. Multi-purpose. Have a good evening.
You too.
Hi.